Hello and welcome to another episode of the Not For Nothing podcast. Today I wanted to talk about some trending topics, including something you experienced this morning on the train.
I don't know if I would call myself trending, but there's this phenomena that happens every time I'm on the subway, it feels like. Mm-hmm. And as an introvert, it kind of makes me die inside every time. But has this ever happened to you where there's somebody that like either looks, older or like slightly disabled, like not disabled, but like uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And so you stand up to give them your seat, but then they don't want the seat. And so you're both just like standing looking at the seat, but it's like you're not going to sit back down because you've already like taken your bags and stuff.
You know what? I don't think a lot of people could relate to this because no one gives up their fucking seat anymore. No one gives it up.
And that's why I feel like I'm overcompensating because I've noticed like a lot of people, like especially like teenagers and shit, like they'll staring at these like elderly women and they're not standing up. And so I'm like, oh, do you want my seat? And then this happened to me 2 days ago. And she was like, I'm getting off at the next stop. And I was like, me too. So like now I'm already up.
Right.
Like, so now I'm going to
gotta
sit back down.
You gotta fuck it out.
But then her daughter was laughing the whole time. She was like, thank you.
This is like a microaggression that I've noticed. No, seriously.
Oh, this is serious.
Yeah, like serious. No joke. I've noticed people will, for like older folks, like I am usually on the N or R trains.
Yeah.
For older folks, like if somebody sees like a white old lady get onto the train, they'll be like, oh, do you want this seat? But if someone sees like an older Asian woman on the train or an older Asian man, they never ask if they want their seat. And that pisses me off so bad. So just be mindful of that. If you're on the train and you're considering not giving your seat up, have some goddamn respect.
Yeah, like there's no selective altruism.
Correct.
Like just be a good fucking person.
And that's why I say it's a microaggression, because I feel like people are not even realizing it. You're real, like I don't even like see it cross people's minds.
Yeah.
So yeah, be mindful of that.
It's true. And also, gray hair doesn't mean they're old.
So true.
Like I mostly
so true.
It's rarely for like elder. It's mostly like if you see somebody with like a cane or like crutches and stuff, and people don't stand up.
Right.
Like, bro, this person's gonna fall on you anyways, so you might as well just let them sit.
Right. Exactly.
But I have seen it on the subway where the person's like, "I'm not old." Like,
right. I fell the other day.
I know, you told me. That was scary.
Some people were like, I think you asked me like. So I was walking off a bus.
Yeah.
Sorry for the ice in my mouth, guys. Hopefully it's just some ASMR for you. I was walking on.
Oh.
Right? Nice little crunch.
Yeah, that was good.
I was walking off the express bus, and I took 2 steps after the stairs, and I fell down.
So you were off of MTA property.
Off of MTA property, unfortunately. But after I fell, I told my friends, and you were like, did anyone help you? And I was like, yeah. But, it's like if people were indebted into helping me, because when I fell, it's like they would either have to walk over me because there was people behind me who were also trying to get into the city and walk into the street on the sidewalk. So it's like if they walked over me, I think that would have been a little bit taboo for their reputations. So, yeah, I mean, it was bad. Like my whole shoe came off.
That's bad. I once fell when New York still got like extremely cold, and we would have like all these snowstorms and stuff, and then you'd have like all the ice on the sidewalks and you still had to go to school.
Right.
I once fell like on Lexington Avenue, like I had coffee in hand, backpack, like sports bag and shit, and I slipped like from the sidewalk onto the street, like at the curb where the cars are parked. My school tights ripped, coffee all over myself. And then this guy's like everybody's like stopping, like, oh, can we help you? And I'm like, no, like this is so embarrassing. Let me stand up. And then as I stand up, I slip again.
No, you did not.
And then I just start crying, and I'm like.
Well, when this woman like asked me, she handed me my shoe, like Cinderella moment. She passed me my UGG.
You're at some point you're just like, just let me rot here. Like,
leave me alone. Please go away. I don't want to be perceived.
Like this is the lowest point of my life.
Well, she's giving me a hand to help me up, and I was like, I need a minute. I was like, I'm not ready to stand yet.
Potentially concussed. What day is it?
Right. I was like, maybe I did fall on the bus. Maybe I tripped on the stair of the bus.
It's honestly, New York is a hazard, and it only reminds you how undisability friendly this city is.
It really is. It really is.
Unfriendly to disability.
It's so true. I wanted to talk about our next topic about Boeing. Which, speaking of unsafe modes of transportation.
She's really having the lowest point of her life.
It's like I'm not an investor, and like I wish I was, but at this point I think maybe it's time to buy. I feel like stocks got to be really low.
But side note, we are not giving any financial advice.
No.
Because we are not licensed to suggest any stocks.
Licensed? I'm not even smart enough to invest.
You can get sued for that shit?
Yo, dude, do not listen to me.
But like, we might market, be buying.
Though. So why don't you give the lowdown to the followers who might not be paying attention?
If you're not paying attention, I'm worried.
If you're not paying attention, you're gonna fly out of the freaking airplane next time.
Because there's not a single week that has gone by in probably 3 months now, like that there hasn't been some sort of Boeing situation.
All right.
Like first it was the door, right? The door flew open.
The door flying off of the plane mid-flight. So wait, did it fly open or did it fly off?
Is there a difference? It's no longer closed.
I think there's a difference because of where it lands.
Oh, that's also true. Okay, to be followed up on if the door remained on the plane or not. Either way, the plane became a convertible, and that's not the vibe.
Right. Like that's also so scary for air pressure.
It's all weird.
And
Must also be so sus. Loud.
It's also so sus that no one was sitting in that seat.
It's very sus. Sounds like they wanted somebody to be sitting in that seat.
No, it sounds like they knew the door was gonna fly open.
So that was weird. What else happened? A wheel popped off.
I mean, there's been videos of duct tape on planes lately. I'm really... just like, that's not.
And so now I'm seeing all these people being like, I have never even thought of doing this, where when they book their flight, they pay attention to the aircraft.
Right. All right. I wonder if the seats are cheaper.
On Boeings?
Not only on Boeings, but in the danger seats, because I think I'm willing to take that risk.
Honestly?
I need a vacation bad.
And it would be great content.
Right?
And I'm sure you get your flight refunded.
If something bad happens?
Yeah.
And I could take out a life insurance policy before then. There's a lot to think about.
Honestly, could be the move.
Right? Might be the way.
Low cost, high risk.
Right.
It's okay.
Like I said, it's a bull's market.
But did you know that certain airlines, like for example, our lovely Delta.
Our fave.
Only Airbus, no Boeing.
Really? I thought that they did use Boeing.
No, there's and it's I forget this.
Is Airbus the brand?
Is a different.
Oh.
It's a Boeing, but not Boeing.
Delta's such a treasure.
I know. But so there's other and
I'm going to take a wild guess and say American Airlines uses Boeing.
Yeah.
Of course.
You want to guess the others?
Spirit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest.
Okay. All of this tracks.
You know?
It really tracks.
But yeah, so this girl was explaining which airlines you need to fly if you don't want to die. Which is not funny. I'm really... the other Boeing one is the fucking Malaysia.
Really?
Right? Isn't that...
I think it was. I watched that whole documentary and I can't remember what happened.
That's not on Boeing's fault. That's more the pilot.
See, that's where you're wrong.
Well,
Did you watch the documentary?
No, but I saw the news this week.
That might... Wait, there's new... There's an update?
News came out this week.
What happened?
That they found out that the pilot, potentially diverted the plane. And they found all these new pieces.
What?
Yeah, because
I need to catch up.
Because of the documentary, they reopened.
Well, the documentary was very centered around everybody put it against the pilot, but there's no proof to say that the pilot actually was the problem. So it's unfair for us to look into his life and be well, he made some bad decisions in this part of his life, yeah. Where they were targeting him, but
it's all very weird. And also, I might be spreading so much misinformation. So
but also,
please research yourself.
Knows? Because Boeing is not exactly in a great position right now to be taking the blame for anything.
Yeah.
they could be strategically PR placing themselves in a position where they're like,
let's reopen the
investigation. It was definitely the pilot.
Yeah.
We found this screw that suggests the pilot diverted the plane.
Like, that's very terrifying.
PR.
My sister's friend is a pilot.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to text her to ask him
the real
his take on Boeing.
Right. Wow. In other news about Boeing, somebody testified against Boeing.
Oh my God. And so that also happened. I'm like, if people are not paying attention.
It's nonstop.
It's nonstop.
But it's like, it also makes me think, like, if all of this is coming out about a freaking airline, what else could be happening about other huge corporations that we just don't know about?
Okay. So 2 things. First, let's address the Boeing situation, which was that the whistleblower for the company.
And they whistleblow about what?
I think about, like, safety. Because the big thing that's happening is that I don't think they're, like, doing the required maintenance and, like, check up of stuff. And they're, like, letting some stuff a little loosey-goosey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he blew about the loosey-goosiness.
Right.
And he was found dead.
Right. Which is extremely, it's giving Jeffrey Epstein.
It's giving silenced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he silent or was he silenced?
Oh, he was definitely silenced.
And he was not silent.
They definitely used a silencer.
But then what was the other thing about? Oh, okay. And then this morning, do you know Jet Suite?
No.
Okay, so it's like the private jet thing it's mostly like in the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a private jet, but you're just like buying a seat on a private jet.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of people, especially in weed and shit, will do like the San Fran, LA one.
Okay, so it's like people who are like trying to get a good Instagram pic.
But it's also just more convenient.
More convenient
because
is it cheap?
It's about the same price as a business class on like a regular airline.
I never heard of that. I'm kind of jelly I haven't done it.
No, yeah. And so like a lot of people will do it. And if you go ahead, like book it ahead of time, you could get a good price. And the benefit is that security is like shorter and there's you're going to a private airport instead of like
you're flying
LAX.
with like 10 people. Like,
exactly. But people were investigating because, and there's like this whole like situation that's coming up because they aren't subject to the same requirements as other FAA like airlines.
Mm-hmm.
And so the pilots that are operating the planes are either like beyond the age of like where they would have to retire from other airlines or have had not the same amount of like practice flying time. Like pilots that would never get hired from another airline.
Right, like a commercial.
Because they're not qualified.
Right.
And so now they're like, what is going on here?
Right.
And like, what are these weird security that they've implemented that's like not to the same standards as everything else? Like, and so they're just, it's a little sketch.
Private jets to me always gave smuggler anyway.
Also, I don't like the motion. Like, I think it moves more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want a big plane that's like, you're not going to feel the movement
that's
as
true.
much.
Right.
Also, if I'm going to die, I'd rather it be with like 200 other people and not like 10.
Yeah.
At least there's more likely the chance to have a doctor on board.
Right. That's so true.
I don't want a drug dealer on board. I want a doctor.
I would also never get in a helicopter.
Like, never.
Right?
Never.
Like, no.
First of all, I can't, it's really loud, I hear.
Oh, yeah, you gotta wear the headphones.
But also, like, so many people have died. Like, how many more examples do you need?
It's like if Kobe Bryant can die and, like, Aaliyah and, like, people who have money and security die regularly.
And you're imagining they're not getting their rides on Groupon.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Which is where, like, we would be buying.
Right. My aunt just did a Groupon skydive. Crazy.
That's a lot.
She made it. She made it through.
I signed up for skydiving once, and then the day I was supposed to go was too cloudy and windy, so they canceled it.
Uh-huh.
And I was low-key pretty happy.
You're like, just process the refund. Like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, they were like, we can book you for tomorrow. And I was like, honestly, it's now or never.
Right. Exactly. I made up my mind.
So I'm good now. I've thought about it too much.
You know who I'm low-key jealous of?
Everyone?
Not everyone. I'm low-key jealous of the girl who on TikTok, her ex-boyfriend, I guess he's trying to reach back out to her and get her attention. He's like sending her DoorDashes.
Yeah.
And like they're not just sometimes they're meals, but sometimes they're like groceries.
Yeah, the last video I saw was like a full grocery haul.
Right.
And like not just like random stuff, like produce.
Like things.
Like I want strawberries.
Exactly.
Like that shit's
He sent her
expensive.
tomatoes.
Yeah, like those are not cheap produce.
And she's in
winter,
college. So she's like her meal plan's running out. So it's like I remember those days, and that would have came in so clutch, not having to use my own money when I was making $10 an hour, which was a good price at that time.
Yeah.
And I was just like putting it together to try to buy a couple vegan tikka masalas from Trader Joe's to hold me over. But so if your ex was trying to like win you over by sending you DoorDashes, what would be in that grocery order?
Toilet paper.
Oh.
Paper towels.
They said she's a real shitter.
No, it's just like those are the stuff that are really annoying to have to carry
That's so true.
So I'm like, shit that I would want delivered. I would like get a bunch of Topo Chicos.
Okay, seltzer water, huge one.
But like
for
glass
both of us.
bottles.
Yeah.
Because I'll never buy that myself and I'll never carry that myself.
So true.
Maybe like expensive shit like peaches.
Ooh.
Like what's something else I would never buy?
I know for me it would be like very basic shit. It would be like tomatoes, onions, like at minimum. Those are like my favorite produce.
Just tomatoes and onions.
Tomatoes and onions. Seltzer, of course. Again, heavy and something that needs to be delivered. Probably a variety of chips.
Some
Spicy.
eggs.
Eggs for sure.
Some milk. Lactate.
Oh yeah, it'd have to be Lactate for you. For me, I guess I probably wouldn't get milk.
But I can't say that that's really something I want. It feels very invasive and very controlling.
It feels like I just love that she has the upper hand where she's like, I'm not talking to you.
And I'm glad that she's making the content out of it.
Right. Because at least she's getting something out of it.
Yeah. And it just like makes me feel safe to know she's like alive every day.
So true.
But I'm like, I don't love that. Like, you don't.
Like,
you
know
clearly
that
don't understand why
it.
you broke up.
Right.
Like, you're not understanding the situation here.
And like, it doesn't.
She said, don't talk to me.
And it's been so many attempts to get her attention and she still doesn't care.
But now I feel like they're continuing it for the content.
There are rumors that she's sending it to herself.
I wonder if like the first few were real and then now she's like continuing it.
If somebody was like door dashing you for like your birthday or something, what restaurant would you hope that they got you at the moment?
Ugh, that's tough.
Right? I'll always accept a Taco Bell order.
Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't live near one now.
Uh-huh.
So I really don't want old Taco Bell.
It's a big shame.
Maybe like Five Guys.
Okay.
Their fries are pretty good.
All right.
I will say Sarah got for my birthday / going away party in LA the best gift, which was like a full pound of rainbow cookies.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And that was sick.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea it was coming. And I also had never seen that many rainbow cookies before. And it was also
I was just like, wait, what did I get you? Because I was like thinking, I'm like, I don't remember being there. And then I remembered I wasn't there.
Exactly. It was so fun. And it's from a place that like we both really like.
Yeah.
And
it was also a welcome back to the East Coast type of vibe.
Yeah, it was cool.
Because it was like a New York style rainbow cookie.
It was one of the funniest like packages I've ever opened because I was first of all like Goldbelly.
Right.
Like, whoa, I feel special. And I was just like, who the fuck is this from? And then I opened it and was like even more confused, being like, why is this so heavy?
Right.
And then it was like, all cookies.
Oh, there's pounds of cookies in here.
It was so good.
I got an edible gift from you as well. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, how were they in the end? Amazing.
What's the brand? David's?
Harry and David.
Harry and David's.
I always forget.
I don't know why I forgot that. Harry and David's pears this Christmas. God, they were good. And it's funny because the directions, like when I did find them.
Yeah, you have to follow the directions.
Well, when I first opened it, I was like I want a fucking pear, you know? And there's like,
so hard.
There's a bunch of them. There's like 12, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm eating one now, and then I'll follow the directions. I ate one. It was pretty good, but it was a pear.
But it was a pear. But when you follow the instructions.
When I followed the instructions, and they told you the exact ripeness to wait.
Yeah.
And they were like, wait until they're soft. And then when they do become soft, put them in the fridge. It was like custard.
I have never had a pear like that before.
It was unreal.
Like I didn't know that the fruit could like be like that.
I didn't either.
It tastes almost like artificial pear.
100%.
And then it's funny when you have a fruit that tastes very good like it is, and then you realize where they got the artificial flavor from.
Exactly.
Like same with strawberry.
Yep.
If you have like a really like a true strawberry, not like a Driscoll's supermarket sour shit, you're like, oh, that's where it's supposed to be.
I think that strawberry flavor often comes out when you make a strawberry syrup.
Yeah.
You know, like when you coat it in sugar and you let it bleed.
Ugh, I really want to make Tanghulu.
Oh my God, me too.
I bought all the stuff to do with my sister, and then she was like, I don't want to do the cleanup for this. And I was like, that's honestly accurate. I really don't want to either.
It's not that bad. Just
like,
one pan.
I know myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to get sugar everywhere.
That's so true. And it's
like,
it's going to be
I'm a clumsy gal.
Does she have a dishwasher?
Yeah. But, like, you know, because sugar, like, I just
That's
knew.
why I asked that. Because it's like cleaning the pan after heating up sugar is fucking annoying.
So we were like, we're not really in the mood to deal with that. But I do really want to do it. And I bought the skewer sticks. I
had some with red.
Yeah.
And it was sad because we went to Hot Pot. And then after Hot Pot, they gave us like a ticket and we could get one dessert. So I picked that. But it didn't set right. So it was soft. I didn't get the crunch.
And that's why I want to like be diligent when I make it.
It has to be perfect.
I need to have the actual like
yes, exactly.
perfect temp for the sugar.
So I need to do it again.
Okay.
And I'm ready for it.
I'm so down.
So ready.
Which Hot Pot did you go to that had Tanghulu?
It's this one. I don't remember the name of it, but I've been there a few times. But also it wasn't good,
so it doesn't matter.
The Hot Pot is really good.
Yeah, but
unfortunately.
Bummer.
But I gotta say, and I do have a new fave Hot Pot spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to try. I went the other day to 99 Flavors and...
Everybody says the name wrong. It's so funny.
What is it?
99 Favor.
Oh, it's Favor? Wait,
funny?
What is that? What is that? It's the Mandela effect?
I guess so, yeah.
Like how Tostitos or Tostino...
Or like, Totinos.
Yeah, Totinos.
No, that's mad funny because
so
you're not the only
flavors?
One. You would think it would be 99 flavors because there's so many options.
I've only spelled it like that. Also, didn't Red text it that way too?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Like it's literally everybody.
Wait, I need to look at the photo.
99 Favor taste.
That's fucking hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Because I think literally 70% of New York says 99
no,
flavors.
100%. It's probably higher than that.
Well, I wanted to like give credit to like the people who probably know. Oh, he just said Forever 99. Whoa, it's Favor.
It's Favor, baby. I'm telling you.
Either way, it's not my favorite spot. It's just my convenient spot.
Yeah, and
because you can make reservations. It's like next to the subway, whatever.
No, it definitely. I'll never say no.
I'll never say no.
There's a group setting there,
but I won't say it's like the most smacking spot.
Listen.
So I'm excited to try what you're saying is your favorite because I trust you with all terps.
K-Pot.
Yeah?
It's a chain as well.
Okay. I don't mind. I'm not anti-chain.
I'm not anti-chain either when it comes to Hot Pot.
Or when it comes to everything. Like,
yeah, that's kind of true.
Something's a chain for a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 7-Eleven, best chain.
You know, I'm not a 7-Eleven head.
No, but I'm glad it exists.
Why don't they make Diet Coke Slurpees? Like, why not?
That's so true.
Why don't they make any Diet Slurpees?
That's so true.
It's, like, wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I would get that. You know what's really good?
What?
The Diet Baja Blast Slurpee.
I mean, yeah. This is not news to me.
It's hard to find.
It's not hard to find in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
But how easy would that be for 7-Eleven to implement?
I know.
One Diet Slurpee. You have whole machines for it.
People don't know that you can get a Baja Blast Zero. It's the
best.
Oh,
I drink Baja Blast Zero.
Like, Baja Blast Zero is the only drinkable Baja Blast as an adult.
Agreed.
Like, the normal sugar is, like, just crazy.
Apparently it has a lot of caffeine, too. Did you know that?
I didn't know. And I found out, like, as I'm, like, on Instagram, I'm, like, drinking this huge one. And somebody's like, you're drinking at 11 p.m.? Like, that's so much caffeine. I was like...
I never knew it either. I just found out.
I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know.
And I'm constantly doing that.
But I have had their frozen, like, the Slurpee version, and it is very good. I'm just not a big, like, Slurpee gal.
I'm not a big frozen drinks gal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really like smoothies or, like...
Yeah. I like
milkshakes or like anything like that.
That is liquid.
Same. But I love ice. So I think that's where I'm like recently like
yeah.
Damn, I could go for a Slurpee because it's like a flavored ice drink.
So Baja Blast Zero for the summer.
Yeah, I think so. And we might have to apply the pressure to 7-Eleven. Like, why not do it? You have diet flavors.
So true.
Everywhere.
On that note.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Let us know if you hit up Taco Bell and if you get some Baja Blast.
And just tag 7-Eleven in the comments and let them know that we need it. The diet girlies. And then also do yourselves a favor and just stop at K-Pod. It's fucking good. They're popping up all over the country.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Follow me at How Can I Help You? Follow the pod at Not For Nothing Pod across all platforms.
And you can follow me at Natasha PRZ.
And we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Thank you.